Hey guys, it's Jess. Sorry about that last one, I got disconnected. And thanks to those who are watching and who were watching last time. Today I wanted to talk a couple of quick tips about talking about what it is that you do. I know this is something that some freelance artists have a lot of trouble with. They're not comfortable about talking about themselves or their work, and they don't really want anybody, they don't have to say anything because they feel like their work should just stand out and be awesome, and people should just know that their work is awesome because it exists. And in a perfect world that would be the case, but it's not really the case in this world, not very much so. So here you go, these are my quick tips. First off, you have to sound interested in what it is that you do. If you're not interested, why should anybody else really care about what it is that you're doing? It's like if you go to a restaurant and you're like, oh yeah, I went to this sandwich shop yesterday. They had, the bread was really great, and the cheese and stuff everything was really fresh. It was amazing. That's like, who's gonna listen to that? Who cares? Versus like, oh man, I went to this restaurant the other day. It was so amazing. The ravioli, you have to try it. It's really great. So I think enthusiasm for what it is that you do and expressing it to people is super important, because otherwise, why should they care if you don't care? You can't sound bored when you're talking about it unless that's your shtick or something. I think I probably use too many exclamation points, in my written communication, and my English professors are probably like raising their eyebrows at me when I see them. Anyway, so that's the first tip, number one. Number two, try not to be boring. Try not to be boring when you're talking about what it is that you do. Find something, some aspect of it that's wonderful, and try to share that, something that you're really proud of. It's something that you should be proud of, and tell people about that because it's unique and special, something that's unusual, something that will kind of make them go, oh, that's cool, something kind of brighten their day a little bit. So think on that one. Number three, when you're talking to people about what you do, try to actually talk to them. Genuinely have a communication with them. Sometimes I think when people put things in writing, they want to be really formal. And I think that manners are very important, and it's excellent to want to have a well-mannered communication and, have things spelled correctly and things like that. But if it's so formal that they feel like it's like a form letter, or that you're not actually there communicating to them as a person, like who wants to hang out with somebody who's like, like you're trying to tell them, hey, I'm friendly, I'm great at what I do. You want to express that you're professional, obviously, but that you're easy to get along with, you're great to work with, you're somebody that they should hire because they'd like to spend some time with you and be around you, and not just somebody who's like, kind of like, oh, think about who would you want to hire. So that's number three. Number four, try to be concise and to the point and know what it is that you're going to say. And maybe don't try to cover too much. And when I first started shooting, I'm a photographer. When I first started shooting, people would ask me, what do you like to shoot? And I'd say, ramble. I shoot lots of things. Blah. People's eyes would kind of glaze over because you can tell that they were sort of like, okay. But, now when people ask you, what's your favorite thing to shoot? I have something in mind. And it's, I love to photograph people. I love people. And it's the truth. And it's something I can just say, and it comes out quickly, and it's definitive rather than just sort of rambling. Because I really do like to photograph lots of different types of things. But hopefully, that sort of helps express that. And that's super important in written communication, because if you think about it, people are really busy, and what they're doing right now is probably more important to them than what you're trying to tell them about what you do. So if you aren't really direct and to the point and fun and interesting in your communication to them, they're going to be like, kind of like, oh, I can't deal with that right now. So my advice to you, like I said, be interested, don't be bored. So be non-bored, try not to be boring, talk about something that's interesting or wonderful in what you're expressing. So be interested and have the thing that you're expressing be interesting, hopefully, to that person. Hopefully it's something that they need and want also, so then maybe they'll hire you. and try to actually communicate to somebody, be genuine, be friendly, easy to deal with, and concise and to the point, and know what the heck that you're talking about. Try not to ramble. Not like I am in this Facebook video. Anyway, I hope that helps. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I hope you spend it doing something that you love. Thanks. Bye.